I've ever heard. What can you and only you do that if you do it really well, it'll make a big difference to your success? If you don't do it, nobody else will do it. Nobody else can do it. And it may be picking up the phone and inviting people to a meeting. It may be picking up the phone and arranging a meeting and going and seeing people. There may be something that only you can do. And doing this and doing it well and doing it over and over again can make the greatest difference in your life. So what is it? Quick stop. Turn to the person next to you and tell them the one thing that you and only you could do that if you did it really well would help you to double your income more than anything else. Turn to the person next to you. Tell them the answer. Okay, if I could have your attention, please. This is a great question because all top people know the one thing that only that they can do that if they did it well would make a big difference, and they're working on that all the time. They're constantly working on the one thing that can make the biggest difference. Because if you make a list of all of your activities, one of them will always be more important than anything else. And having the discipline to work on that, which is hard, difficult, entails fear, rejection, problems, and everything else, having the discipline to do that, we say do the worst first. Do the worst first. Do the most difficult thing first and discipline yourself to do that rather than using all the mental tricks that we have to spend doing things of low value or no value. I have to tell you a quick story. Ole and Sven, I told you the biggest problem in life is the law or the path of least resistance. Ole and Sven, they're up in Minnesota. They shoot a deer and they're dragging the deer back to the truck by the tail and they keep slipping and losing their balance, and a farmer comes along and says, "Boys, what are you doing?" He says, "Well, we're dragging the deer back to the truck." He said, "Well, boys, you're not supposed to drag a deer by the tail. It's a clumsy way of dragging. God's provided that deer with handles for dragging. They're called antlers. You're supposed to drag a deer by the antlers." They said, "Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much, sir." So they went around, they started dragging the deer by the antlers. After about 5 minutes, they're whipping along, and Ole says to Sven, he said, "Sven, the farmer was right. It'd go a lot easier by the antlers." He said, "Yeah, Ole, but we're getting further and further from the truck." There's a lot of people dragging the easy way, but they're getting further and further from the truck, you know. So I brought along, they asked me to bring along some audio programs that will help you. These are the most successful educational audio programs in the world today. They're in now 28 languages, 35 countries, and they're the most helpful programs of all. And the first one I want to tell you about, and we have a special deal today, they're all free. You got quite a group here, huh? They like free. I'll explain to you what I mean by free. It's an Ambit type of free. That doesn't scare you, nothing will. This is called The Psychology of Selling. This is the best-selling audio program on sales in the world. It's in 16 languages, 28 countries. More people have become millionaires with this program than any other program. I cannot tell you literally thousands of people who have been frustrated, spinning their wheels, going nowhere in sales. Someone has thrust this into their hand, and in desperation, they've listened to it, and they've become superstars. They've become millionaires. They've gone to the top of their fields. They've broken every record. Worldwide, it's the best program. Has anybody ever listened to Psychology of Selling, by the way? It's a good program. It's the best program out. What this does is it shows you how to get more and better appointments, how to use the telephone effectively, how to give better presentations, how to manage your time, how to overcome objections, deal with price, how to establish rapport with clients, how to understand the motivations and why people buy, how to close sales or ask for the order a variety of different ways, how to handle objections. It's the most complete program on sales ever done. It's a wonderful program. Yes, and it's free as well. Of course, it's not like a trip to Cancun. This is called How to Master Your Time. This deals with one of the biggest problems we had. I was asked to do this program some years ago. I spent something like 5 years and $20,000 investing in books, tapes, courses. I traveled around the country, took seminars. I looked at every time management system, and I put it all together into what is considered the best and the worldwide multiple language best-selling program on time management, How to Master Your Time. It shows you how to double and triple your productivity. It shows you every single step of time management, from changing the way you think about time, to setting goals and objectives, to organizing priorities, to getting organized for work, overcoming procrastination, focusing and concentrating, disciplining. I had a woman come to me recently. Actually, she wrote to me. She said she'd been at my seminar in Orlando. She got this program, and she began listening to it on the way home, and it made her really mad, because it said right at the beginning, you'll have to listen to this 6 times to get the full value out of it. And she said, I didn't have time to listen to a time management program 6 times. This was her letter. And she said, well, after I listened to it the first time, I realized there's too much material in there to get it all in one listening. So I did what you said. I just repeated it. I listened to it 6 times. And you're right. I tripled my income in 90 days. I took complete control of my life. I cut down my workday, tripled my income in 90 days. Unbelievable what you can do when you get a hold of your time. It's a wonderful program. This is called the Ultimate Goals Program. And this is the best and most complete program on setting and achieving goals ever done. When I put this program together, actually originally it was 2 programs, and they've condensed it. It's about almost 10 hours of material. Each one of these has a workbook, by the way, on CD at the end, so with a series of exercises that you can use to apply it. What this does, it shows you how to decide exactly what you want in every part of your life. It shows you how to organize, how to set goals, how to identify the knowledge and skills you'll need, how to identify the obstacles you'll have to overcome, how to identify the people whose cooperation you'll require, how to put together a plan, organize priorities, visualize it, and work on it every day. It's the best program on goal achieving ever done. It's phenomenal. It says how to get everything you want faster than you ever thought possible. Geez, that's good. Best one ever. Here's what they look like, by the way. They come like this, and each one of them has a fabulous workbook at the end that you can download and apply. And these will literally save you years of hard work. These are the things that take people years and years to learn, unless, of course, they get these programs. This is called $1 Million Habits. This is based on the research I was talking to you about, interviews with tens of thousands of men and women who started with nothing and became millionaires in one generation. What we find is that they all have 12 habits. We call them action strategies, 12 power principles to double and triple your income. It shows you how top people think in most of the time in terms of money, time, technology, people, relationships, health, investment, entrepreneurship, management, sales, and so on. People who have listened to this says it's phenomenal. It's the best program ever done on basically $1 Million Habits, how to develop the mindset of successful people. This is called the Psychology of Achievement. This is really my favorite. This is worldwide. This is the best-selling and most popular audio learning program. I will be in Shanghai next month. In Shanghai, the last time I went, they brought out 3,000 people who are graduates of this program. They have 25 people who sell it into the Shanghai market, in Chinese, of course, alone. They have teams in Beijing, in Guangzhou, in Hong Kong, in virtually every country in the world except for France. The French, they know everything. We know everything. We don't need anything from outside. We know everything, you know. But for the rest of the world, this is the most phenomenal program because it shows you how to understand how your mind is formed, how to change basically the way you think and feel, how to release your subconscious brakes that hold you back, how to build your self-concept and your self-confidence, how to build your self-esteem. It shows you how to develop goals. It shows you how to program your mind for success 21 different ways. It shows you how to unlock the powers of your conscious and your subconscious mind. And it shows you how to get along wonderfully with all the important people in your life. It's a wonderful book. Has anybody listened to Psychology of Achievement? It's just a great, if you've never listened to it, it's just literally a life-changing program. God, I love that program. Best program. Okay. And finally, here's the Power of Clarity. The Power of Clarity is based on our seminar, our workshop and coaching program that we do in San Diego for top entrepreneurs and professionals like yourself. We bring people down for one full day every 3 months for a year. So it's 4 full days. We say that in this period of time, we develop action plans and you will double your income and double your time off. And we have about a 99% success rate. People are just astonished at how much more productive they become and how much more time they have for their family. I had a couple come up to me at my last seminar, Bill and Susan from North Carolina. They said, the afternoon of the 4th day, they said, Mr. Tracy, could we talk to you? I said, yes. They said, you know, you said if we came to this program,